Automation magic with Nuendo. Of course. Adaptive background attenuation is the tool that will allow us to create automation and docking like magic in Nuendo 14. So let's begin. Okay, so I have this session. I have this purple music tracks. The orange are the sound effect tracks, and the dialogue is in yellow. So I have everything set in a way that works with what we're going to do, which is sending everything to different buses. So I have a VO, voiceover stem, a sound effects stem, a music stem, and my signal processing stem with all my reverbs and stuff like that. So all I want to do, let me play it for you first so that you can hear what we have.
Every great skater starts with balance, control, and confidence. Master the basics first, pushing, turning, stopping. Then, train like an athlete, build strength, improve flexibility, and practice relentlessly. Skateboarding is about resilience. You will fall a lot.
So you can actually hear that the voiceover is actually hidden within the mix. It's not very clear. So we're going to fix that with ABA. So let me change my window over here so they can see everything closer. There we go. And we go here to project. And then we go to adaptive background attenuation. That will open us the tool window. And we have several things in here. We have our settings, foreground signal, the one goes on top, obviously, and the background signals. And the attenuation profile is basically two different senses, ways of Nuendo to process the signal, so you will have to try them both. There's a voiceover and an audio description for you to try. In this case, I will use voiceover. The clearance will be the distance in dBs from the foreground signal to the background signal. So that's basically how lower we want those tracks to be. We will choose our foreground signal will be obviously a group with all my voiceovers. In this case, it's just one, but if you have a documentary, you have several voices, 10, 16 tracks, and then you send everything to a bus, and then that will help Nuendo to consider all the voices in your project so that you can create automation considering all the voice signals that you have. And the background are this up to 4 groups that you can decide to process in this to bring lower. In this case, I decided to use my sound effects stem and my music stem. And once you choose all those tracks from your list, all you have to do is set a range on top so that Nuendo knows from where to where do the process, and just hit apply volume attenuation. And in a few seconds, everything will be already automated as magic. And there we go. Here we go. Let me show you. This is the automated signal already within the 2 stems that I chose. I didn't choose the signal processing for you to show, for you to see that I didn't want it to, but I also with the intention of me to be able to show you that only the ones I decide are going to be automated. Let's hear it.
Athleticism and pure determination. Every great skater starts with balance, control, and confidence. Master the basics first, pushing, turning, stopping. Then, train like an athlete, build strength, improve flexibility, and practice relentlessly. Skateboarding is about resilience. You will fall a lot.
Okay, so it's already way much better, and the good thing is that we can tweak this. And for the case of showing, I will move this one that was very slow to my taste, and let's put this over there and hear it.
Athleticism and pure determination. Every great skater starts with balance, control, and confidence. Master the basics first, pushing, turning, stopping. Then, train like an athlete.
And as you can see, it's super quickly we can have this and as you can see, very quickly we get this already automated. We just review, make a couple of tweaks, but we don't have to do it all from the start, and it does an amazing job. It works perfectly. So now what we're going to do is to see how we can do this with MPEG-H audio projects where we have the different signals in the voices. So this is a very different way to do it, and I want to show you how to do it in the next part. So let's do that. Okay, so this is my MPEG-H audio session for this same project that we just saw. Let me show you my render. Okay, we have the same content, everything that we just saw.
Con equilibrio, control y confianza. Girar, frenar.
Okay, let me show you my renderer. Let me bring it up. Okay, so here I have a couple of presets. So I have a dialogue in Spanish and a dialogue in English, and my components, which is my background signals and my music. My background is in surround, my music in stereo, and I have my two cues here. Let me show you Spanish, English.
Athlete, build strength, improve flexibility, and practice relentlessly.
El skate es resistencia. Vas a caer.
A lot.
So my original signal will be in English and my dub in Spanish. And the one important thing that I want to mention, and this is for me, this video is for me to show you how to do ABA. Okay, so here's basically the same project, but in MPEG-H audio format session. So my session here, let me show you. I have my renderer in MPEG-H, and I will bring up my renderer here so that you can see that we have it all working. So let me show you what we have. So I have my components. Let me show you my components. I have an original language, which is English, adopt, which is Spanish, all my backgrounds, which are my sound effects, and my music. And I have these two presets with each one is just different dialogue. So let me play that.
Turning, stopping. Then, train like an athlete.
Fortalece tu cuerpo.
Spanish.
Mejora tu flexibilidad y practica sin descanso. El skate es resistencia.
English.
You will fall a lot.
Okay, so one thing that I want to mention is the fact that this is an ABA tutorial, so I will not be showing you how to set up the MPEG-H session. I have a video on my YouTube channel, so I will try to put that link in there. If else, you can just find it, and you will find there how to set up an MPEG-H session. But in this case, all I want to show you is how to create ABA automation within the renderer. So what we're going to do is very simple. Once we have this open, all I have to do is expand this and go to gain automation. And the way we do automation within with the renderer for MPEG-H audio is we have to create a gain sequence track. And we click in here and we are going to add one for Spanish and one for English. In this case, this one will be triggered by the English language, and this one will be triggered by the Spanish language presets. Okay, so let me put this as English, as label it, and this one is a Spanish, just a label for the user. And you can see I have my volume of those two tracks in here. So what we have to do now is add the tracks that are going to be on the background. So in the case of this one, we will add the ones that we are going to automate are the ones we're going to select in this sequence. So for this one is background and music, and for the other one, again, background and music. Okay, Once we do that, we get our warning off, and we go here then and click on the ABA. And then we select which of these two signals is going to be the foreground and reference for the automation. These are the tracks that will be automated. These are the ones that will be the guide for that. So in this case, it's the original language. I will use, again, we have the same two profiles. I will use voiceover. Let me do that in to create the clearance as in the window that we have for the regular ABA. So in this case, I want a distance of 10 dBs, and all I have to do is apply settings. And once we do that, we close the window and do the same with the second docking track. And in this case, all I want is the dub signal, and again, 10 dBs of clearance. Let me write that there, apply settings, and then close the window. Once we have done that, we can create the apply adaptive background attenuation. We can see the clicking here. But for that to happen, there's three things that you need to know. The first one, you have to set up a range, obviously. The second one is you have to have this automation right in the window open so that he can create the automation. And very important, you have to make sure that your automation panel or the automation mode is not in loop, because if it is in loop, it will create just a single line, and since it starts on 0, it will always be on 0. So you have to make sure that you don't have this selected. Once it's unselected, make sure that you have this automation enabled to write in the renderer or in the track with the renderer, and apply ABA. And once again, like we did with the other one, he will create automation for the two docking tracks. So that will what will happen is that he will create automation for each language differently, and that's what we want to make as fast as we want it, as we can do it with Nuendo already. It feels like magic, and that's the reason I titled it that. It's already done, created, close this window, and let me show you that he creates these two new tracks with the automation for each docking. We can remove the writing automation from the scene, and let me show you, we can this move in here, and please make sure to check this is moving differently for each track, and we can change language.
Muchas veces. Pero cada caída es una lección.
The best skaters push through failure.
Visualizan el éxito y aterrizan los trucos con pura perseverancia.
It's not just about what you do.
So this is already, the best part of this is already done for us to deliver this for this ADM MPEG-H audio file, so we can, the user already have the automation within their show. So, and again, I want to show you the differences over here. For example, let me make this higher. See, this is differently for the dubbed than it is for the main, and as you can see, everything changes accordingly. And again, everything is editable, and we can change it if we desire, independently for each one. So magic with automation with Nuendo, again, yes, you just see it. You just saw it. So let's keep going. So as you can see, it's actually super simple to do automation in with ABA or adaptive background attenuation in Nuendo, especially with regular sessions. That's just a couple of clicks, and with MPEG-H Audio, although we have to follow a couple of steps, it's pretty simple. Once you do it, it's very easy. So I took the liberty to create this little guide for you to save on the video, or so you can reference to it, and maybe even take a screenshot so that you can know what the steps are in case you are just doing it for the first time. You have this reference guide of all the processes that we have to do for an MPEG-H session with ABA, which is actually, as you can see, the purple buttons is just 4 steps, and that's super simple. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in and watching my content. Please give us a like. Please subscribe. And if see you on the next one. Bye.